you thinking about moving to Central Alberta and feeling excited, but also maybe overwhelmed, not sure where to start? Well, stick around because this video is for you. I like to call it the ultimate guide to moving to Central Alberta for newcomers. Now, if you're new to this page or you're new to my channel, I'm Shalane Walls and my partner Jason Walls. We are realtors with EXP and we find ourselves helping people just like you every single day moving to Central Alberta. So I'm going to give you a brief overview on what it's like to move to Central Alberta and kind of things to help you get the ball rolling. But if there's a specific topic that I've touched on, I'm pretty sure you can find it in our YouTube channel because we have highlighted so many specific areas of moving to Central Alberta, such as schools, healthcare, jobs, economy, things to do in the summer, activities for the kids, recreation, you name it. I'm pretty sure that we've highlighted it. Now, if you have a specific question or you want me to dial into something a little bit more, you know what you can do? Drop a comment, give me your information, give us a call, give us an email. We're happy to help you. And like we always say, we do the research so you don't have to. Whether you're thinking about moving in 90 days, 9 days, or a year from now, it doesn't matter to Jason and I. We're still here to deliver the information to make sure that you can make your move seamless. So let's dive into it. Why move to Central Alberta in the first place? Well, you probably already have it in your head why you're moving. Maybe it's for work. Maybe you think it's cheaper here. Maybe the education is better for your kids. Maybe the healthcare is better. Maybe you're retiring and you want to relax by the lake. Whatever the reason is, let's talk about it. So first of all, the quality of life in Central Alberta. Let's face it. People in Central Alberta are pretty laid back. We're easygoing, we're friendly. We always have a smile on our face. Maybe not always, but typically people in Central Alberta are pretty laid back and very friendly, outgoing, helpful. And because we have so many people moving intraprovincial and from other countries, it's easy to make friends here. There's a lot of groups that you can join to make friends, to network if you're in business. It's easy for the kids to make friends. Central Alberta really is a beautiful place to be. The economy. Job market. Central Alberta, as you can see if you Google it, is thriving. Our real estate market is thriving. Jobs, there's never ending jobs. If you look at our unemployment rate, you will see that it's great compared to the other provinces. Now, I'm not going to dive in and give you specific numbers because that's always changing and I'd hate to deliver you some information that's not correct. But if you do go onto the Government of Alberta website, you can definitely see what the employment rates are and job opportunities compared to other provinces. Now, you also know if you're thinking about moving here from, let's say, BC or Ontario, and you've sold real estate there, your real estate dollars are going to go way further here in Central Alberta than they would there. So maybe that's why you're moving here. So if you're thinking about moving here because you want to take all of your money that you've made and great money you've made in those other provinces and get a beautiful home here and maybe invest some money elsewhere to grow your dollars, that's a great idea. And what I would suggest is finding a great realtor like me or Jason, Shalane Walls, Jason Walls with the Walls Real Estate Group, and we will definitely dial into everything you need to know about the real estate market. The good, the bad, the ugly, the pros, the cons, building versus buying. And like I said, if you're new to this channel, I have done specific videos on these topics. So again, if you want to dive into a specific topic, just take a look at our channel. But if you're busy and you're just kind of wondering, this is going to be a great overview for you. And again, you can always drop a comment, reach out to us, and we're happy to assist because we do the research, you know, so you don't have to. Now let's talk about the natural beauty. Maybe you're an outdoors enthusiast. Banff National Park is fantastic. So whether you're skiing, hiking, heli-skiing, rafting, extreme mountain biking, camping, canoeing, kayaking, you see where I'm going with this. Fishing, hunting. You could do everything here within a couple hours drive, a couple hours radius from wherever you live. So if you're thinking of moving to Central Alberta and maybe thinking about Red Deer, Banff is about 3 hours away where you can do all of those things. Or if you want to go see other provinces, they're not that far either. For some extreme hill-up rafting, you can head over to Golden, BC, which is not that far from Central Alberta as well. And again, just Google it on the map. It'll tell you exactly how many kilometers and how many hours it will take you to get there. Let's talk about the real estate market. I'm not going to talk too much about this because, like I said, I already did multiple videos on the real estate market. But as far as where your dollars can go, the average price in Central Alberta is from a single family home is between $350,000 to $450,000, depending on, your style of home. So maybe you want that 4-bedroom, 2-bath, bi-level front attached garage. Well, you're going to find that here. And you know what? Realistically, it's going to be probably around that $425,000 if you're in Red Deer. But if you go to our outlying communities, like I've touched on, Salmon Lake, Innisfail, Bowden, Olds, Lacombe, Ponoka, they're going to be a little bit cheaper than some of our major centers. Now, if you go to the major centers like Calgary, which is to the south, and Edmonton, which is to the north, those prices are going to be much higher than here in Red Deer, as I've also mentioned in some of our videos. So it just kind of depends on why you're moving, what your job is, what kind of industry you need, what kind of education maybe your kids are looking for, what kind of education maybe you're looking for. And that's going to help you determine where you need to live in Central Alberta. And again, Jason and I can help you with that. And then from there, you can start to look at houses in areas that are around you. So even if you have to move to a major center like Calgary or Edmonton, there's still little centers around it that give you much more value for your dollar as far as real estate goes. So if you're moving to Calgary because you are in the corporate world, or you're a professor at a university, or you're a specialty doctor or nurse, that's okay. There's little towns around it like Airdrie that is a hop, skip, and a jump. They even have shuttles. So if you don't want to drive, you can get a shuttle into the city. Edmonton is much the same. And again, there's international airports at both major centers. So if you have to travel a lot, you still don't have to live in the city. You can still live around, and your real estate dollars will go much further. Now, having said that, if you want to live in the big city, they are beautiful. These cities steal my heart. There's so much to do. They're so beautiful. And people are still friendly, even in the hustle and bustle. Even when it's rush hour traffic, people are still friendly. Now, of course, you get the odd glare, but that's normal. But generally speaking, everybody in Central Alberta is very, very friendly. Now, you might be wondering about living in the city versus rural, which is what I kind of just touched on. Now, I hate to sound like a broken record, but I do have a video on that, small town living versus city living, and what that looks like in Central Alberta, what amenities are around there, what the cost is. Now, you just again have to decide what kind of lifestyle you want, what kind of pace of life do you want. Are you moving here because, like I said, in the corporate world? Then you might need a big city, or you might need a smaller city like Red Deer or Lethbridge or Ponoka. But maybe you want laid back, live by the lake. So you might be thinking, maybe you want to live by Gull Lake, or maybe you want to live by Pine Lake, or maybe you want to live by Gleniffer Lake, or maybe you want to be out west more, camping, quadding, fishing. You might be thinking Caroline, Spruce View. All of these areas are phenomenal, have great perks and lots to offer. What it comes down to is your needs, your wants, and your desires, which I always say in my video. So once we figure out those 3 things, we can dial into a plan that's specific for you and tailored for you, so that every decision you make is based on those 3 things, and it'll make your move seamless. Because that's the goal. For Jason and I, we like to make it simple. Now, having said that part of that goes with choosing the right community. So now that you've decided, okay, I want a big city, or I want a small town, or I want lake life, retirement life, we can really help you pick on a community that's best going to suit your needs. Maybe it's based on amenities, maybe it's based on people you know there, maybe it's based on your Google search. We're happy to take you around the communities that are going to suit your needs, your wants, and your desires, because that is our job. So maybe you're moving because, like I mentioned, it's for work. Maybe it's for your kids, for education. Maybe you're looking to retire. That is questions that Jason and I will ask you and help you navigate your move so that you don't have to do all the work. You might be wondering about the cost of living here. So we do have a lot of local growers here, like as far as groceries. So we have farmers markets. We have, like I said, a lot of natural growers that pride themselves on growing their vegetables in the summer and selling them. So those are a cheap option. We do have the big box stores as well, like Superstore, Walmart, Costco. So your dollar really can go a long way. We know the cost of groceries is really high, and here in Central Alberta, a lot of people, especially with meat, they'll like to buy a whole cow or half a cow, have it butchered, and then their freezer is full. Depends on how much meat you eat, but a year and a half, you can buy chickens in bulk. You can go to the Huttery Colony. You can buy your vegetables there for much cheaper. You don't have to stick to the major grocery stores like save on foods. And nothing against these places at all. I'm not saying that. I just want to highlight that there are reasonable places to buy your groceries, especially if you have a big family. Jason and I, we have a family of 5, not 10, 5. So I'm always trying to find ways to save money and make my dollars go further. And like I said, that is shopping at our local growers. That is us buying half a cow or a full cow. Maybe we're splitting it with somebody. That is us ordering chickens in bulk from a local farmer. There are great options for that. And we do get the flyers delivered every week. And there are apps that you can download on your phone that price compare. So you can make sure that you're hitting up every grocery store that has the best deal, or the bulk of your items are at that grocery store that has those weekly sales. There's also a lot of point options with our grocery stores here in Central Alberta. So you get a card, you go shopping, you get points that turn into dollars or discounts on your groceries. So that's also something that is a really good consideration to take into account when you're trying to make your money flow. And let's face it, everybody wants to make their money grow, flow, and last. Also, you might be wondering about your local utility providers. So we here in Central Alberta have, for electricity, we have NMAX, EPCOR, ATCO Electric, and Fortress if you're in the country. And this is something that your realtor or someone like me can help you navigate through and help you pick your services. For natural gas, of course, we have ATCO Gas, which you've probably heard of, and Direct Energy. And these electricity companies and gas companies can piggyback each other, so you can just get one bill instead of have 2 separate ones if that's something that's easier for you. Now, each city or town or hamlet has their own water sewage system. So like for instance, Red Deer, we have the city of Red Deer. Innisfil has the town of Innisfil, the town of Olds, the town of Silver Lake, the town of Lacombe. So wherever you live, that is going to be where you're going to get your sewer, water, and garbage. So they're going to pick up your garbage at your house, and that's where your water is going to come from, and then obviously that's your sewer as well. So that's easy to figure out. Now, if you're moving to the country and you're building a house, that's a whole other ballgame. Jason will help you navigate getting your services put in, because some locations, the gas lines are only provided by a certain provider as compared to other places. And that is something that Jason and I know. Jason is our farm and acreage specialist, so he's happy to help with all of that. Same with getting your well drilled. Same with getting approaches put in. That is something that we are here to help you with and give you the phone numbers and contacts so you can make the right decision for you. Now, more questions that come up is transportation here in Central Alberta. Yes, of course, we have public transportation. We have taxi cabs. We have Uber. We have shuttles. We have private drivers. So again, if you've seen some of our other videos, I've talked about this. Some of our business professionals that want to live in smaller communities in Central Alberta, they hire a driver to take them to the big city so they can work on their road. Or maybe you want to go to that concert with those friends, or maybe you need a ride to the airport, you don't want to take a limo, you can hire a private driver, and that's really common and really pretty inexpensive. Vehicle insurance. Vehicle insurance here is private, so you can phone around, shop it around, and get the best deal that you can. Now, if you have multiple trade lines with your insurance companies, you're going to get the best deal. What I mean by that is if you have your car insurance, your home insurance, your kids insurance, your second kid's car insurance, you're going to have multiple trade lines within that insurance company, and that is going to give you a bundle, and typically that gives you a better deal. Jason and I work a lot with insurance companies, so we have quite a few that we like to recommend, because to be honest, when you're calling around to get your quotes for insurance, you want to make sure that you're comparing apples to apples and oranges to oranges. Not all insurance companies offer the same products and services for the dollar value. So that is very, very important. For instance, you want to make sure your water insurance is, grade A coverage, your hail insurance, your wind coverage. These are just small things that with this crazy weather that we have in Central Alberta, you want to make sure are covered. So let's get back to the weather in Central Alberta. Again, I do have a video on that, but we do get quite a bit of hail here, and it does cause a lot of damage in some cases. So you want to be prepared for that, and you want to have your insurance coverage right. We have had flooding, flash flooding, so you want to make sure that your home insurance covers flooding or water in your basement. Wind. Yes, we get crazy winds here. Shingles blow off the roof, trampolines blow into the neighbor's yard. You want to make sure your insurance has you covered. That is the whole purpose of insurance. And being that it is private here in Central Alberta, You can shop it out, you can negotiate it, you can get a great deal, and just make sure you review that policy, review, so you know exactly the coverage you're getting. Childcare and education here in Alberta. So education, as far as from kindergarten to grade 12, is free. You do not have to pay for that. Once you get to university, post-secondary education, yes, of course, you do have to pay for that. And that does vary depending on the program you're in. Some programs start at $5,000 a semester plus your books, and they can go up from that depending on what program you're going into. Childcare. Childcare, I mean, just as in other provinces, is always going to be pricey. You can't put a price on great childcare for your kids, can you? But we do have great programs here. We have the before, the after school programs. So if you need a quick, half an hour, 45 minutes, before to drop your kid off before you have to go to work and when you're done work, most schools do offer that. So that's really convenient. There are public childcare facilities, there are day homes, there's private. So you really can go from paying per hour to per day, and there's also subsidies. So if you'd like more information on the childcare and the different options, please reach out to me, give me your information, and I would love to talk to you about it and give you all of those details so that I can help you make a good decision. And again, we want to save you money. We want to keep your money in your pocket when you're in Central Alberta. We want you to have that money to do all those fun things that I talk about in all my other videos. So saving money and making it simple is what I'm here to do for you. Now, entertainment and leisure. My videos on this are fantastic, so check them out because I talk about West Hampton Mall, I talk about festivals, I talk about the Calgary Stampede, K-Days, all the rodeos. There's just so many fun things to do here in Central Alberta, but there's also so many free things. We have so many parks, so many lakes, so many walking trails. We have spray splash parks. Central Alberta really does pride itself on making our lifestyle affordable because we want to keep our dollars in our pockets. Our money is ours, but we also want to have the opportunity to spend it on fun, fantastic things if we want to. So here in Central Alberta, we do have that. You can do fine dining. You can stay at fancy hotels. You can go to these amusement parks. Callaway Park, it's amazing. It's outdoor fair kind of amusement park all year, well, not all year round, because let's face it, you're not going to go to an amusement park when it's winter, but Callaway Park is so much fun for all ages. There's a log ride. Who wouldn't love a log ride? If you don't know what a log ride is, you better Google Callaway Park and take a look, but I'll save you the time. It is this kind of like a roller coaster that you sit in a log literally and you splash into the water. It is so much fun. Every kid loves it. They take your picture when you're like this. It's really something you have to check out. The Calgary Zoo is fantastic. Who doesn't want to go see giraffes, hippopotamuses, penguins? In my video, I talk about the penguin walk. Yes, they take those little penguins out every day for a walk, and how fantastic would that be to see? In the wintertime, the zoo doesn't close down. They have zoo lights, so you can go there in the evening time with your family, walk around the zoo. It's lit up, have your hot chocolate, take pictures. There's just so many great things here to do in Central Alberta. Whether you want to spend no dollars or you want to, the sky's the limit, it's here for you. I hope that this video finds you informative. I hope that if you have any questions, like I've said, that you really do reach out to Jason or I, because we do have the resources and the contacts and the information to answer all of these questions. I just wanted to put on this video the ultimate guide because some people need quick information and I want to know, they don't want to sit through a whole video. So that was the intent for this video. Again, whether you're thinking about moving in 9 days, 9 months, or a year from now, it doesn't matter. Give Jason and I a call, like and subscribe so you can find out more information about moving to Central Alberta. We're always here to help you, and we like to do the research so you don't have to.